A new class of GLP-1s has revolutionized pharmaceutical pathways towards weight loss in the last few years.
We've received thousands of contacts of different users of Ozempic experiencing these types of adverse events.
Everyone's like, a smaller portion. Like, shut the f- Right. You're on Ozempic or one of those things.
The amount of times I've researched this being like, I mean, I think it's safe and healthy. Like, I think it's good for you. It's like taking vitamins.
Hollywood's worst-kept secret just became everybody's business. Right now, there's a conversation happening behind closed doors at every restaurant in Beverly Hills, every gym in Manhattan, and every private doctor's office in America. It's about a diabetes drug that's supposed to help people survive, but instead, it's being used by the rich and famous to get camera ready. Here's what nobody's telling you. Some celebrities are speaking up about Ozempic, and what they're saying might shock you.
I started at 540 pounds. I'm 357 pounds this morning, baby.
Some refused it, some regret trying it, and some are defending it like their careers depend on it. The truth is way more complicated than the before and after photos you see on Instagram. I've spent weeks digging through interviews, podcast confessions, and late-night TV appearances to find out what these stars actually said when the cameras were rolling. From singers who feared for their careers to actresses questioning their own self-worth, these 15 celebrity statements reveal the real cost of Hollywood's obsession with being thin. Stay until the end, because number one on this list said something so honest, it completely changed how I see this whole trend. Let's get into it. Number 15, Harvey Fierstein. Let's start with someone who completely reframed the conversation. Broadway legend. Harvey Fierstein went on Page 6 and said something that cut through all the noise. People don't understand that being fat is not a choice. It's something that your body is out of whack, and this medication puts your body in whack. Think about that for a second. Here's a man who's been in the public eye for decades, dealing with constant scrutiny, finally saying what millions of people feel but are afraid to admit. He's using Zepbound, and his perspective is refreshingly real. But here's the part that really got me. He described what it's like being on the medication. I don't feel like I'm dieting. I feel like a normal person. I can go and have dinner with friends and not have to eat every piece of bread on the table and then not go have ice cream when I'm done with dinner. That's not someone bragging about weight loss. That's someone describing what it feels like to finally have control over something that's controlled them their entire life. Harvey didn't sugarcoat it, didn't make excuses, and definitely didn't apologize for needing help.
It's been really hard for me, and I've lost a lot of weight from being on that whole Ozempic thing. I think that the skinny people that are doing it, and I understand that people that are pre-diabetic or that are diabetic do need this. And
Number 13, Lauren Manzo. Real Housewives fans know Lauren Manzo, and her story with Mounjaro is completely different from what you might expect. She lost 50 pounds, but listen to why she says the medication mattered. I really believed it saved my life. What they say about food noise, I had never heard that term. Food noise, that constant mental chatter about what you're eating, when you're eating, what you shouldn't eat, what you're craving. Lauren described living with that voice in her head every single day, along with high blood pressure from being what she called super heavy. But here's where her statement gets really important. She called out exactly who shouldn't be using these: people that are already 130 pounds and just want to lose 10 more and they want to stay on it. That I don't respect. Lauren drew a clear line. She wasn't talking about vanity. She was talking about necessity versus cosmetic convenience. She acknowledged that people with diabetes need these medications, and she respected that. Her issue was with people who are already thin, taking it away from those who actually need it. This is the conversation we should be having. Not just are celebrities using it, but who really needs it and who's just chasing impossible standards. Number 12, Candace Cameron Bure. Full House star Candace Cameron Bure said something most celebrities would never admit. When talking to Fox News Digital, she confessed, "You see so much of Hollywood getting skinny all of a sudden, and there's a little place of jealousy as a woman that it's like, oh, this is the easy way out." Wait, a successful actress with a decades-long career just admitted she felt jealous watching other people lose weight. That's incredibly honest. But she didn't stop there. Candace worked through her feelings on camera, and yet I know that's not true for everybody. And I really had to just take a step back and say, why am I jealous? Why am I feeling this way? This is what makes her statement powerful. She acknowledged the knee-jerk reaction, then interrogated her own emotions. She admitted that whether weight loss drugs are right for someone is an individual choice, and she had to let that go. Candace's honesty about jealousy is something nobody talks about. When you're working out every day, watching what you eat, doing everything right, and then someone else loses weight in 3 months with a shot, yeah, that can trigger feelings. She named it instead of pretending it doesn't exist. Number 10, Bella Thorne. Actress Bella Thorne posted a video to her Instagram story that captured the pressure everyone's feeling. She said,
"So I haven't been feeling good about my body for a while, and especially with everybody on Ozempic, it's like setting all these crazy beauty standards that nobody can keep up with unless you're...
So, I haven't been feeling good about my body for a while, and especially with everybody on Ozempic. It's like setting all these crazy beauty standards that nobody can keep up with unless you're on Ozempic. Bella's statement matters because she called out exactly what's happening. These aren't just helping people lose weight, they're resetting beauty standards to levels that most people literally cannot achieve without pharmaceutical help. Think about what that means. If the normal body standard in Hollywood becomes what you look like on Ozempic, then anyone not on the drug is automatically behind. It's not a fair playing field anymore. It's chemical warfare disguised as wellness. Bella also admitted she hadn't been feeling good about her body. That vulnerability, combined with her defiance, shows the mental game everyone's playing. She finally got to a place where she felt okay, and she wasn't going to let a new drug trend ruin that for her. Number 9, Ariana Huffington. Huffington Post founder Ariana Huffington brought a completely different angle when she spoke to people at the 2023 Time 100 Gala. She said, well, if people are diabetic, it can really help them. But I think people forget that you also need to eat better. You know, if you are on Ozempic and eat junk, processed foods, too much sugar, you are not going to really change your eating habits. She continued, and we know that what leads to disease are ultra-processed foods and sugar. So learning to also change your food habits is key. This is such an important point that gets lost in all the hype. Ozempic isn't magic. It suppresses appetite, but it doesn't automatically make you choose healthy foods. Ariana's statement reminds us that these medications should be part of a bigger lifestyle change, not a replacement for actually taking care of yourself. But here's the problem. In Hollywood, that message gets lost. People want the results without the work, and that's exactly how health crises start. Number 8, Jamie-Lynn Sigler. Sopranos actress Jamie-Lynn Sigler said something on her podcast Messy that every woman thinking about Ozempic needs to hear. She admitted, I'm annoyed at myself that I'm admitting this, and I'd like to get to the bottom of why I'm a little triggered about all the Ozempic stuff. But then she dropped the truth. For women out there listening, the thinner your face is, the older you look, okay? Not that looking old is bad. Aging gracefully is beautiful. This is the side effect nobody talks about in the glossy magazine spreads. Yes, you might lose weight, but if you lose facial fat too quickly, you age yourself. Jamie-Lynn called it like it is. The thinner your face, the older you can look, especially for women past a certain age. She also touched on something deeper. She said the rise of these made her feel like we were on this road to solidifying body positivity, and every shape and size and color, and everyone's looking the same now. That last part hits hard. She said the body positivity movement was supposed to celebrate difference. Instead, Ozempic is creating a new sameness. Everyone's shrinking to the same size, with the same faces, chasing the same impossible standard. Jamie-Lynn is triggered because she sees us backsliding into old patterns, just with new technology. Number 7, Raven-Symoné, Disney Channel legend. Raven-Symoné kept her statement simple but powerful when talking to E! News. She said, I think it's very important we understand certain medications are made for certain people and to not take that away just for glamazon purposes. Then she added, do what you gotta do. Just make sure you save some medication for the people that actually need it.
So I think it's very important that we understand certain medications are made for certain people and to not take that away just for glamazon purposes.
This is the ethical argument that needs way more attention. There are actual diabetics who can't get their prescribed medication because of shortages caused by off-label weight loss use. Real people with a real disease are being left without treatment because Hollywood decided this was the new way to get red carpet ready. Raven didn't judge people for using it. She just asked them to be conscious of who they're taking it from. That's a perspective that requires thinking beyond yourself, something that seems to be in short supply in celebrity culture. Her statement also highlights the systemic problem. Pharmaceutical companies are making billions off-label use while actual patients suffer. Number 6, Jenny McCarthy. TV host Jenny McCarthy explained why she's not an Ozempic person, and her reasoning is something everyone considering these should think about. I knew that it was not permanent. I knew that a lot of people that go off of it, they regain their weight. She continued, you know what? I think whatever suits someone's needs. If you fall into the category where you think it's right for you, I am not going to shame you. I'll support anything people want to do.
Now, if you fall into the category where you think it's right for you, I am not going to shame you or, I'll support anything people want to do. For me in particular, I knew that it was not permanent. I knew that a lot of people that go off of it.
Jenny's concern is completely valid. Study after study shows that when people stop taking these medications, they often regain the weight, sometimes more than they lost. Your body doesn't magically reset just because you took a drug for a while. Think about what that means psychologically. You lose 30, 40, 50 pounds. You get used to looking that way. People treat you differently. You start identifying with your new body. Then you stop the medication and watch it all come back. That's not just physical. It's emotionally devastating. Jenny chose not to go through that cycle. She'd rather maintain a stable stable weight through methods she can sustain forever than ride the roller coaster of dramatic loss and regain. That's actually wisdom, not judgment. Number 5, Julia Fox, actress and fashion icon. Julia Fox was direct when she told Entertainment Tonight, "All these people are coming for me saying that I take the weight loss things. People are saying that I'm taking Ozempic. I'm not, and I never have. I would never do that. There are diabetics that need it." Julia's statement is interesting because she's in an industry obsessed with thinness, and she still drew a hard line. She wouldn't take medication away from people who medically need it. But here's what her denial also reveals. The accusations have become so normalized that everyone who's thin is suspected of using it. Julia felt compelled to go on record and defend herself against claims she was never even considering the drug. This is what the Ozempic era has created, an environment where nobody believes anyone lost weight naturally, and thin celebrities spend more time denying use than actually talking about their work. It's exhausting for them and confusing for fans trying to figure out what's real. Number 4, Katie Maloney and Lala Kent. These two Vanderpump Rules stars had completely opposite reactions, and their statements together tell the whole story of Hollywood's divide. Katie Maloney told People, "I say everyone do what you want to do, understand the risks, and if it's right for you, it's right for you. I think the expectations are always going to be there whether or not there's like this miracle drug or not, but Lala Kent went the other direction at the same event. Stop taking it for weight loss. Enough already. I think that Hollywood is all sorts of messed up. We've got to do better." Two women, same show, same pressures, completely different views. Katie sees it as personal choice in an impossible system. Lala sees it as Hollywood crossing a line that needs to be uncrossed. This split exists in every friend group, every workplace, every family. Some people think using these for weight loss is fine, just another tool. Others think it's unethical and setting a terrible example. Neither is fully wrong. That's what makes this conversation so complicated. Katie's right that the pressure exists regardless. Lala's right that we should do better. Both things can be true at once. Number 3, Sophia Umansky, Kyle Richards' daughter. Sophia Umansky posted a TikTok video that gave everyone a real look at a side effect most people don't see coming. She said,
"Say like maybe for the past 3 weeks to a month, I've noticed a dramatic hair loss situation.
I am very lucky that I have so much hair because at the rate that I have been losing hair, I'm going to be bald in about a week. I started Mounjaro about 4 months ago, and I would say for the past 3 weeks to a month, I've noticed a dramatic hair loss situation." But here's the crucial part of her statement. Sophia explained, "I don't think it's a direct result of the I think it's a direct result of rapid weight loss because of the medication and not eating enough vitamins, protein, and all that kind of stuff." This is brutally honest. She's not blaming the drug exactly. She's blaming what happens when you lose weight too fast and don't properly support your body through it. Sophia's admission is what every doctor warns about, but most celebrities hide. Rapid weight loss, regardless of method, comes with consequences. She felt it was important enough to share publicly, even knowing she'd be judged for using the first place. Number 2, Jelly Roll. Country star Jelly Roll has lost nearly 200 pounds naturally, and when he explained on his wife's podcast why he refused Ozempic despite doctor recommendations, his reasoning was something I'd never considered. He said, "We're not against Ozempic or any of that stuff. Every doctor I've talked to is for it. They said it helps. I just was afraid of it. As a singer, few things scare me more than acid reflux. Like you'll watch me get up out of a bed, I'll burp and wake up panicked and go take something for it, you know? Because that stuff will just rip the vocal cords." Then he made it crystal clear.
I lost 100 pounds.
Naturally, no Ozempic.
We're not against Ozempic or
At all.
any of that stuff. I just was afraid of it. Its biggest side effects is acid reflux. As a singer, I just could not afford any acid reflux because that stuff will just trip the
I just could not afford any acid reflux. So I want to be very clear that I've done it naturally, but it wasn't out of stubbornness or trying to prove a point. If it helps you, go get it. But for me, I was just petrified of the side effects of it. Think about what he's saying. Jelly Roll is a 500-pound man who had every reason to try Ozempic. His doctors recommended it, but acid reflux, a common side effect, could destroy his voice. And his voice is literally his livelihood. This shows that even when these medications could legitimately help someone, the side effects can be career-ending depending on what you do for a living. For a singer, damaged vocal cords mean no income. For an actor, constant nausea means you can't work on set. For athletes, energy crashes mean you can't perform. Number 1, Ashley Tisdale. Taking the number 1 spot is High School Musical star Ashley Tisdale, and what she said might be the most important celebrity statement about Ozempic yet. In a detailed blog post on By Ashley French, Ashley wrote, "A few years ago, almost nobody in LA would admit to using Ozempic. I'd hear whispers about people doing the And then I learned that some people were using diabetes medicine off-label to lose weight. But it was all very mysterious and nobody was super open about it. She continued, times have changed. Now it feels like everyone's either on a GLP-1 drug or talking about starting it. I'm all for transparency and openness, but I've had moments when I've wondered, is everyone using Ozempic except me? But here's where Ashley's statement becomes essential listening. She wrote, to be clear, I have absolutely zero judgment toward anyone using Ozempic or other similar medications. Zero. But when I see people who are already thin signing up for it, I can't help but think of how body trends keep shifting. Ashley admitted she's been tempted to try it. She's a mother of 2 young kids. Living in Los Angeles, the pressure is real. But she decided, Ozempic isn't the right move for me. What you just heard weren't celebrity confessions about dramatic weight loss. These were human beings trying to navigate an impossible situation where beauty standards shift faster than anyone can keep up, where interventions designed to save lives are being used for vanity, and where honesty gets you judged no matter what you say. Some of these celebrities used the weight loss drugs. Some refused them, some defended them, some criticized them. But every single statement revealed something true about the pressure cooker of modern celebrity, and by extension, the pressure we all feel to look a certain way. The truth is that some people genuinely need these medications for diabetes. Some people use them for vanity and regret it. Some people want to use them, but can't afford the side effects to their careers or health. And some people are watching this whole thing happen while trying to hold onto their sanity in a culture that keeps changing the rules. What matters isn't whether celebrities use Ozempic. What matters is why they feel they need to, what they're willing to risk to fit impossible standards, and whether any of this is actually making anyone healthier or happier. Based on these 15 statements, I'm not sure it is. If this opened your eyes to what's really being said about Hollywood's Ozempic obsession, hit that subscribe button right now. I break down the truth behind celebrity trends that affect all of us. No fluffs, just real research and honest conversations. Drop a comment and tell me, which celebrity statement surprised you the most? Are you team, it's a personal choice, or team, this has gone too far? Let's keep this conversation going because this affects way more than just celebrities.